So this poem is called "The Compassionate People," and some of you might have heard it before. And I really like it because it's based on a true story, something that I lived, well, seen. So basically, the compassionate people. From afar, I recognized their silhouette. This was not the first time we met. She would push her basket down the street at the heart of the city of downtown Calgary, abundant with wealth and opportunity. How could she have ended up there? Her skin, her skin was of a darker complexion, not from the dirt, but from the African descent. I looked in her eyes, drifting in emptiness. Always, she was staring in a distance, as if God has left her because of her wrongs, and she was wrapped in regret, awaiting his return. When I look through her eyes, I see my grandmother. She could have been my grandmother, the caring woman full of love that once raised me. From afar, I recognized her silhouette, crunched up in the corner of a bus stop, losing the battle against the cold under a starry night. She was dying at the heart of the city, on the street side, ashamed, I couldn't help. People were passing by, did they notice? Where she dwelled, she was frail, hungry, maybe, cold as nights of winter's hell, certainly. People passed, forth and back. Did anyone notice? Undeniably indifferent to the woo of the world. Maybe compassionate they were, but not from the heart. The utopian frame of my mind wishes things could have been different, like people pushing each other from left to right to reach and help, because it wishes to believe in man as one who isn't violent by nature and driven by greed. She was on the street side, maybe hungry, cold, certainly. I was going back home where the warmth awaited, where the effervescence of Christmas trees blinded like a bright gleam of light emerging from the darkness. I was going back home to the lofty laughter of the family, only a memory to the woman. Love was the beauty of a lost sight she'd rather forget, although she desires the feeling more than life itself. To me, death was her only salvation, and there will be no one to bury her, cremate her body, let the ashes blow with the wind at the heart of the city of downtown Calgary. Weakened and humiliated by the feeling of being impotent to a situation I desperately want to change because no one else seems to care. Ashamed I couldn't help, I walked along with the compassionate people whose compassion came far from the heart, whose compassion came in a chariot covered by a golden silk canopy, carried by bruised and beaten souls, and in its eyes you saw nothing but pity. What a shame. I looked at her for the last time, thinking, never do I want to be like that, like the compassionate people. Thank you.